Hi, my name is Jake Ship, and today we're going to teach you how to make a simple stew. Alright guys, so let's get right to it. The first thing we're going to do is cut up our vegetables. And you know, obviously everybody has their own preference on what you want to put in the stew. So feel free to, change it up however you see fit. First thing we're going to do is cut up our onion. And what I like to do is cut off both sides equally and then put a slit down the onion. And that's going to allow you to just peel off the whole side all together. So let me show you. Make your slit, and then you'll see it in that slit. There's a layer, and you can just peel this layer off. All right, so here's the quick way to cut an onion. You have the onion, you place it on its side, and you cut slits all the way down the onion without cutting all the way through, about a ½ inch apart. Then you turn it on its side with the slits facing one way. You cut other slits at a ½ inch apart. Just like that. So you have slits going inside and on top, and then all you're going to do is cut slits ½ inch apart from the top down. And that dices your onion. And the last couple slits you chop up, good to go. So that's one onion diced. Our second onion. It's the same thing. And I'm crying. You always want to wash your vegetables off before you cook them for safety. No pesticides, toxins. Dispose of your sides. Alright. You definitely don't want these wider parts. You can trim them down. Not to add in the whites. This guy down. Alright, so now you can link them all up. When you slice, you want to come down with a general chopping motion. It should look like this. And obviously you control your fingers. If you're more comfortable doing so, I like to make sure I'm not going to chop my fingers off. But I like to be able to hold it and still make that cut. So all this stuff will go in together. Alright, so we have some fresh carrots. Ooh, those organic carrots. So same thing. Take these, wash them off. My wife told me that I better clean up all of my mess while I'm cooking. And trust me, I will clean up all of my mess. we have our potatoes. boil them, you can put them in a stew. Potatoes. Everybody knows that. Alright, now I love my potatoes, but I don't love them chopped up as much as onions. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut our slits in it halfway, but this time we're only going to do it twice. And it's going to create this different vortex like this. And you cut off the end, cut it in half, and you have diced up pieces. Now, I like them like that. You can also chop an onion in half. Cut it quickly like this too. As long as you get the pieces kind of in different sections that are about a ½ inch apart. You obviously want bigger chunks with stew. Stew is great for big chunky potatoes because it's going to cook a long time. But I don't like them too thin because then you're going to have mashed potatoes. Alright guys, so first things up, we're going to brown our onion that we cut up earlier. So we're going to put the skillet on high, and then we're going to put a little olive oil in the bottom, and then brown the onion to start for about 5-10 minutes. Yeah, the trick is obviously not to burn them. You want to get them brown, but you don't want to overcook them. And I do this pretty much in almost any Italian dish that I cook. But yeah, I mean, to start soups, stews, anything, it's always great to brown the onion. And that's the browned onion. Turn it down a little bit. Add a little bit more olive oil. Take a stick of butter. Ooh, I like butter. You can choose to do the butter. You can choose not to do the butter. I like butter pretty much in everything that I do. And then we're going to add our other seasonings. Oh yeah, our vegetables. All right. Doesn't matter if it's frozen, unfrozen, you get your beef. Alright guys, so now that it's covered, basically you're going to cook it for 3 to 6 hours, however long you prefer. Basically you're going to cook it at 3 to 4 heat until you notice that it's starting to boil a little bit. And then as soon as it starts to boil, you can turn it down from there and let it continuously cook for another few hours until you're ready to eat. And if you do need to thicken the stew, feel free to add a little flour and just sprinkle in a little flour or corn starch, and both will give you a thicker stew if that's what you're looking for. Alright, thanks for watching guys. Until next time.